Physical Sciences Exam 2015, and this is question 24. A student is provided with unlabelled samples of each of the following solids. Barium carbonate, silver nitrate, sodium carbonate. Okay, so we're given three, I guess they're powders of some description. The student is asked to provide correct labels for samples using only water and 1 molar per litre hydrochloric acid to assist in the analysis. So how are we going to go about that? Well, write the net ionic equation for the reaction between the solid barium carbonate and hydrochloric acid. Well, barium carbonate, if we have an acid and a carbonate, we bring back our information sheet, we can have a look down here at our important reactions of acids. We have a carbonate here. Acid plus a carbonate is going to give us a salt plus a water plus carbon dioxide. So if that's going to be happening, what are we going to have here? So we've got BaCO3 solid plus 2HCl, well, let's say we're just HCl at this stage. What are that's going to be? It's going to be aqueous. It's going to provide, now barium, what's going to happen here is going to provide water. No, so it's carbon dioxide, CO2 gas plus H2O liquid plus something else. So what have we got here? We've got carbon and we've got oxygen in there. That's going to give us our carbon dioxide, and the hydrogen is going to give us that. So it's going to be barium, and the only thing we've got left is the barium and the chloride. This is going to be an ionic solution. This is going to dissociate as well. So looking at our cations here, barium is 2 plus, chloride is 1 minus, so that makes that BaCl2, and that's going to be aqueous. And then so looking at, so we've got our carbonate plus acid to give us, that's the salt plus the carbon dioxide plus the water. Just make sure we've got everything right in terms of the numbers of constituents. Barium, 1 barium, carbon, 1 carbon, 3 oxygens, 1, 2, 3 oxygens, 2 hydrogens, 2 hydrogens, 2 chlorides, 2 chlorides. Now that we have to get the net ionic equation. So what's going to be left out of this if this was actually going to be, so basically if this was dissociated, then this would be hydrogen, and the hydrogen is going to be given off as that. So we are going to have the chloride will be given off as ions. So that's not going to be involved. So basically the chloride will be Cl minus and Cl minus. So they're going to be spectator ions, and the rest of it's going to be in there. So it's going to be BaCO3 solid plus 2H plus aqueous to give Ba2 plus aqueous plus CO2 gas plus H2O liquid. Using the water and acid provided, outline a procedure for identifying the samples. List any observations and provide chemical equations where appropriate. Alright, well let's have a look here. We can see we've got a carbonate, we've got a carbonate, and we've got a nitrate. So let's test each. So for instance, if any of these particular ones soluble, is barium carbonate, solubility table. So we've got our carbonates, sodium, where are we? Carbonates, here they are. They're all insoluble except for barium. Is barium in there? No, barium carbonate is insoluble. What about sodium carbonate? Sodium carbonate is soluble. And what about nitrates? Where is that? Silver nitrate. Nitrate, they're all soluble as well. So if you put them in, then in water, test each in water. Any of them insoluble is going to be barium carbonate, CO3. Okay, so we've got that one done. What else have we got? So we've now got silver nitrate. So if we have got, what happens if we add silver nitrate? So what happens if we add HCl to remaining compounds, solids? We can start off with AgNO3 solid plus HCl aqueous is going to give us, so when they split up, if that's going to be the case, then what's going to happen is, well, they will dissociate and they will dissociate, and we'll get silver chloride. Where are chlorides? They're all soluble except for silver. Okay, so silver chloride's going to be, so we're going to AgCl, and you just check that. Silver is A plus, chloride is C minus, Cl minus, so it's just going to be AlCl, and that's going to be a solid plus HNO3, and that will be aqueous. Now, if we also have, if we're going to add this one to, we've already got barium carbonate, sodium carbonate, well, that's going to be the same as this one up here in terms of Na2CO3, and that will be that'll be aqueous once it's added to water. Plus, oh no, that'll actually be solid, plus HCl aqueous, and that will form, what will that form? That will form sodium and chloride, and then we've got, because we've got carbonate, it's going to produce carbon dioxide and water. So it will produce NaCl aqueous plus CO2 gas plus H2O liquid. Now, let's have a look. 2 sodiums there, so we probably need to make that 2. Yes, we do. There's 2 chlorides there, so we need to make that 2. Hydrogen over here, we need 2 of those over here, and that should be right for everything else. 1 oxygen there and 1 oxygen, yes. Okay. So what we have is so in order to that, insoluble in water is going to be BaCO3. Form precipitate in HCl, that will be AgNO3, and form bubbles in HCl, that will be your Na2CO3. And that's question 24.